James Gunn, what did you fucking do? I was one of your believers when it came to taking over DC, thinking that you would help this universe move forward with a goal similar to the MCU, much better structured. I love the current DCU. I love it. I love Man of Steel. I thought BVS was great. I like Birds of Prey. I like Shazam. I liked Aquaman. I like Wonder Woman. Everything was good. There were some hiccups along the way, some issues. That cannot be denied. So I thought you were going to come in and turn the ship around and help the universe get stronger and better. Because it's not like we have a piece of shit universe either. Instead of helping, you fucking killed it! And you're gonna give us a new Superman film with a young Superman, but it's not an origin story. A young Superman in the early days, which is essentially what Man of Steel was, the early days. He first learned to fly, learn his powers, first started being a reporter. That's what that movie fucking was, pretty much. But whatever. Listen, I'm a fan of the character Superman. I'm gonna go watch whatever the fuck comes out. And, you know, there's many different Batmans. I thought Robert Pattinson as Batman was great. I thought Ben Affleck is great. I thought Christian Bale was great. Michael Keaton. So there's characters that can be played by multiple people throughout the years and be good, be great. And it is what it is. But the problem here is, this is a shared universe where the story is not done. There is more to be told. We're just going to end the universe with all these cliffhangers going nowhere. Black Adam, we need to talk. I guess, yeah, they talked about how they got kicked out. Because that's the thing. If Henry's out, that means Black Adam has to be out. So what does that say about Shazam or Wonder Woman, which Wonder Woman 3 was canceled. Man of Steel 2 was canceled. You were supposed to help the universe go in a better direction. Not kill it and start over because the foundation of what we already have is good. So what, are you erasing your own movie too? Are you erasing Peacemaker? Because the Suicide Squad was a sequel to Suicide Squad, a movie that acknowledged Superman dying and BVS. So what, if you're gonna erase all this, you have to technically erase your own fucking film. Peacemaker, is that done? Or are you just gonna pick and choose whatever comes out of your fucking ass to what's gonna be in the new universe? Like, is Shazam done too? I mean, Shazam could technically still be there because Superman was faceless and headless, so technically it might have been a different Superman and not have been Henry Cavill. There's no faces to any fucking name. Yeah, there's Batman and Aquaman, but we don't see anybody's face to be like, oh wow, yeah, I guess that's out too. The Rock, well, now he's stuck because he had Henry Cavill show up, so he officially takes place in the same universe. Shazam was also not in that film, so I guess Shazam could technically be part of this new universe if they feel like it, and just eliminate everything else and have a different Black Adam, in which something I'm sure The Rock then will probably regret fucking wanting his own solo film and not having just been on Shazam. So what? Next year is it for the current DCU? Flash, Blue Beetle, fucking Aquaman, Shazam 2. Is that it? It's dead? It's over? Because if Henry's out, Superman's out, Man of Steel started this universe. If he's out, that essentially means everything else has to go out the window. Like I said, Shazam could technically be kind of saved. Like, if you wanted to end this universe, then okay, I wish you would at least have a finale-ish Justice League 2 or something where everything can get wrapped up, they can fight Darkseid, and they can give it a proper finale. Instead, we're just going to end the universe with cliffhanger after cliffhanger. Black Adam, we need to talk. We need to build a league of our own. Harley didn't finish her fucking sentence in Birds of Prey. The cliffhanger of Shazam 1 we thought was going to be for Shazam 2, but Shazam 2 seems to be something completely fucking else. Personally, Henry Cavill is the best Superman. He, to me, has been the best Superman movie. I will always say Man of Steel is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. I fucking love Man of Steel. Like I said, were there hiccups along the way? I'm sure there was. But are we just gonna go, we can't have Wonder Woman 3 because most of the people didn't like Wonder Woman 1984, because that didn't stop Marvel from making a third and a fourth Thor when everybody fucking hated Thor: The Dark World. Was James Gunn sent us an insane man for Marvel to fucking kill DC from the inside? Like I said, whatever he's planning on doing, am I going to go watch it? I am a DC diehard. I love DC. I love the characters. And like I said, there's been other Supermans before. The Superman from Supergirl, that was also in Superman and Lois, I think he's a good Superman. I think Brendan Routh was a good Superman. I like Christopher Reeve. That's okay, but it's just there's more story to tell, and we weren't done. We didn't want this to be done. We, for years, have wanted an actual Man of Steel 2, and we can't fucking get that. We're not gonna get that. And wait a minute, James Gunn said on Twitter that he's been writing this for a while, but Black Adam just came out with the after credit scene in which Henry Cavill announced he was back a few days later, so maybe less than 2 months ago, and you've been writing the story for a while? So you fucker knew he was gone and out, and you let them all party on. You know how many interviews I saw with Henry Cavill, happy and excited to be back? The man possibly... The Witcher. He's out of The Witcher, which we've all assumed is because of the Superman deal, because he was coming back, because the timing is just too coincidental when he leaves The Witcher and Superman Return. And then what? You fire him, and he even said the studio told him to announce his return. And a day after that, James Gunn came into power and said, fuck that. Fuck Man of Steel 2. Fuck this universe. Fuck the DCEU. You can all kiss my ass. I'm doing my own thing. And I can understand that he probably has his own vision and whatnot. I can understand that. But if he's a good writer and a good director, he could have made it work. He could have made it work. Or you could use The Flash, which is still coming out anyway, and flashpoint the shit out of the universe. That way you have your new faces and your new guys, but don't really kill what was already out there for us fans. That we could be like, well, that's still technically connected, because even though Flashpoint erased that, and we have this new continuity, you can still watch the whole universe, and Flashpoint could be where the universe starts and the old one ended. Have it all be tied up in a real nice way versus just, we're done and we're going to start from the beginning with a new Superman film that nobody asked for, because we asked for Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill. I don't think in any of these years I heard anybody say they wanted a new Superman film without Henry Cavill. All you ever heard was, we want Man of Steel 2, we want Man of Steel 2, Man of Steel 2, Man of Steel 2, Man of Steel, Man of Steel 2. We seen Dwayne get booted out the building a few months ago when he's like, oh, it depends who Superman is, because people wanted Henry Cavill. That is what we want. And some people will say, well, the universe brought all these box office disappointment. Well, for example, Black Adam, there's this debate whether it was a bomb or a disappointment. First of all, Black Adam is not that well of a known character like Shazam. So why would you put a budget of like $230 million and then spend $100 million on marketing, or $130 when Shazam had like half the budget and it's a better film? And that was a success because the budget was smaller. So why did you go all out? Would you think The Rock was just going to fucking carry this movie to $1 billion? Is that what they thought? The Rock would carry this entire film? You just put all your fucking candy in that little jar. Black Adam is not that well of a known character. All these movies coming out lately, Sony doing Morbius, and they want to do Madame Web, and we got Black Adam. These characters are not that well known for you to go and spend $300 million in the fucking thing. Now, you told me that this is what a Superman movie brought with that kind of budget, and I'm like, I guess that makes sense. And then anyway, one of the biggest bomb in the DCEU was the Suicide Squad. And that man who made that film was written and directed by James Gunn. So the man created one of the biggest bombs in the universe, and here's all this power. So, let me ask you this. What happens if this new Superman film doesn't do good? What if it reviews excellent, it reviews good, but it doesn't bring in the cash that you want? It's a disappointment. You expect more. Like Superman Returns, a movie that reviewed well, but it didn't bring the money they hoped, so you just fucking canned the sequel and end the Brandon Routh's run as Superman right there at one film. Even though he came back for Crisis 13 years later, which he did a pretty good job. So what? This new universe, I mean, we've been here before. Originally, Green Lantern was gonna kickstart the fucking, would be a shared universe, but the movie fucking bombed and was hated, so nothing came of that, and then they pushed that to Man of Steel. What if we hit the same thing? You make your 10-year plan, and the movie doesn't do that well in money. I mean, Man of Steel did good in money, enough to start a universe, but the one before it, Superman Returns, it was considered a disappointment. Before that, fucking bomb was Superman 4. Superman 3 was, didn't do that well. So the last 4 fucking Superman solo film, not BVS or Justice League, solo film, the one that really did the best was fucking Man of Steel. So what if this young Superman movie, that's not an origin movie, that will focus on his reporter? Who the fuck wants to see that? I want to see Kal-El take on fucking enemies that he hasn't taken on before on movies or anything like that. Something new, like have him go to space and fight people in space, other planets, have some gigantic threat, but do it to focus on young Clark and his days as a reporter. Do you think when we all asked for fucking Man of Steel 2, that's what we want to make a Man of Steel 2 to focus on the reporting? That nobody wants to see that. So what happens to everybody else? What happens to Gal Gadot? Because Wonder Woman 3 is fucking dead. Is she? And then they spoke about the possibilities about him playing other characters. He is our Superman. His story, there is more to be told. There are more stories out there to tell with Henry Cavill as Superman. And then, and the most infuriating part of it all is if he wasn't gonna come back, he should have never been in fucking Black Adam. That's what made it worse. The movie came out 2 months ago. Here's the after credit scene. I fucking yelled at the theater of excitement. Woo! Raised my arms of excitement. Black Adam, we need to talk. Let's fucking go. Pure fucking excitement. All out the fucking window. Movie releases in theater, not out on 4K yet. Boom, look at how different things went. James Gunn's writing the new Superman film. Why couldn't you write Man of Steel 2? Why couldn't you come in and be like, you know what, I'm going to write this to make sure it goes the way people want, because this is what people want. The Rock knew that. He understood that. The movie didn't perform as well, whether it was a bomb or a disappointment or it brings a small profit. This is on you for spending $300 million on a character that's not that well known. That's on you as a company. Whether that was with Walter Amada, James Gunn, or somebody in between, that's on you guys as a company. Black Adam is not that well of a known fucking character. Were you expecting Batman money out of Black Adam? Were you expecting him to bring that Batman cash flow? And I don't want to hear that it was because of the financial disappointments. Because one of the biggest bomb in the universe was the Suicide Squad done by James Gunn. Two months ago, I was happy. And this is the first thing I saw today. I wake up at 3 a.m. to go to work. 3 fucking a.m. and I see a message from my friend Jordan. What Henry Cavill said. And I didn't even click on it yet. And I'm like, this can't be good. Somebody tells me this is not good. And it's not. And it was not good. The man quit The Witcher for you guys. Because you guys told him that he was back. You had him announce it to the world. Where 2 million people liked this post. This young Superman film better blow me away. I'm gonna be there day one, and it better blow me away. It better be a 10 out of 10 fucking film, and it better bring in $1 billion, because it's what you guys expect, apparently, for every fucking movie. I mean, what the fuck? You guys want to bring in that Marvel cash without putting in the work. Yeah. Oh, Black Adam didn't bring $1 billion. "2023 DC dies." And I don't mean this in a way that comics die. No. The DCU dies next year with the last 4 films, and the Arrowverse dies next year with The Flash's final season. All these fucking years, all I've ever wanted was a fucking Man of Steel 2. And all these years you hear reports, it's in the works, it's a priority, this might be doing, they might be working on it. It was great seeing Zack Snyder's Justice League last year, because we saw more stuff with Henry Cavill. We saw new scenes, and he had the black suit, and then he comes back this year for fucking Black Adam, and then you fucking step on him like a piece of shit. You could all go to hell.